We've come to support Wimborne. Fantastic turnout, Wimborne. Well done to the organisers. Brilliant effort. Well done to someone who don't want to name names, but she's over there. Done a lot of work to get this together. Fantastic. It's starting late, but we're going to give them a bit of a go. I know I went with a guy from over there earlier on, going on about freedom of speech. Tell you something. When people fought for freedom of speech, I come from Lancashire, my grandparents were cotton workers. When people died at Peterloo, they did not die to insult their neighbours, to humiliate people. They died to hold the rich and the powerful to account. They fought and died to hold Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Jeff Bezos and all them. Freedom of speech is about holding the rich and powerful to account. It is not about insulting your neighbours. It is not about belittling people. It's not about picking on the weak and helpless. Freedom of speech is about holding the rich and powerful to account, and that's what we don't want to do. The other hypocrisy is these people would ban freedom of speech. What happened in Germany? What happened in Italy? Anybody who disagreed with them was locked up or worse. These people don't believe in freedom of speech. Let's not let them have that argument whatsoever. Now we have two jobs to do. Firstly, we always have to deny the fascists the streets. Because if they take the streets, they will abuse people, they will intimidate, as they tried to do tonight. So we have to deny them the streets. But we also have to take on the arguments about reform, the arguments about refugees, the arguments about the billionaires. On Saturday, this bunch here are attacking the RNLI. What a stupid thing to do! The most popular charity in the country, and they're attacking the RNLI because they say they save people at sea. That's what they're bloody well for, idiots! Okay, we've got Peter Coop, Councillor Peter Coop from Camworthy.
Hello, can you hear me all right? I just want to say I think it's really good. So many of you have turned out here this evening. I hit 70 years old in 1 week's time, but I have been fighting the right, the far right, people like this since I was 15 years old. And it's really good that we carry on the fight. We carry on the fight, and people like Katie Hopkins and her ilk spread division and hate. They are capitalising. They are using culture to create money and wealth for themselves. They are mirrors of the parasites that own the means of the production of the world, the global economy, genocide, war in the Middle East. They who control the economies of the world create people like this. And in the words of Lenin, and you should listen, one day the working classes will be mobilised against each other on behalf of the ruling class. And every time on these demonstrations, I see that there is many more of us than them. If you look at the Tommy Robinson March, the last one, the aerial photographs showed there was a handful of very angry, disaffected, working class men mostly, and some really angry women. All they want is a better life, more money in their pockets, for the rich to be taxed, for their children to have a safe place to live, decent transport, decent housing. I fight fascism until it defeats me, and I tell you what, it never ever will.
Well done, Peter. Can I have a couple of brief words from Kerry Hartridge, who's the Secretary for Unison at the Bournemouth and Poole hospitals, that recently fought off the attempt to privatise the ancillary staff. And then we're going to get back some serious chanting with Benji, our lead chanter here.
I found out about 2 minutes ago I was doing this, I haven't prepared anything, so I think this is probably the most exciting thing that's ever happened in Wimborne, isn't it? The police look shell-shocked, but what we have to remember is people like Katie Hopkins, she's friends with people like Tommy Robinson, she's friends with Nigel Farage, she's friends with people like that. And when we turn up to these marches, we get shouted at as never leave a lefty with your kids. And when I look around I'm surrounded by doctors, nurses, teachers, lecturers, catering staff, bin men. That's who we're surrounded by. So that's what we need to remember. And when we look at these people that she's in there spreading hate at the moment, the people she's friends with, right, are the people that are in the Epstein files. And guess who's not in the Epstein files? Doctors, nurses, dentists, teachers, lecturers. We are on the right side here, and haven't we done well with so many people? I'm so proud of Wimborne. Thank you very much.
Exhausted. Very happy to be out tonight because a couple months ago that evil racist came to my home island and tried to spread her shit. And she decided to make fun of a local politician and it blew up in her face. So I'm so happy to be able to do this in person and say, hey, hey, ho, ho!
Katie Hopkins has to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho!
Katie Hopkins has to go!
Right, Wimborne, let's give it some more welly, eh? What do we think? Woo!
Let's all say hello to the man in the Union Jack pyjamas!
Hey, hey!